So hi, so it's Ken again. So we're going to do some Qigong today. Qigong, Qi, universal life force, intrinsic energy, basic level breath, gong work. Okay, so we're going to do Qigong is older than Tai Chi. You can trace Qigong back for thousands and thousands of years. You coordinate the movements of your body with the movements of your breath. They say that Tai Chi evolved from Qigong and a few other things as well. So let's just say Qigong is thousands. There's lots of different types of Qigong that are thousands of years old. This set we're going to do is a relatively new set of Qigong. It's probably one of the world's most practiced sets of Qigong, so especially in the West. It's called the 18 Tai Chi Qigong or Shibashi. The guy who invented this, I can't remember, or created this, said that you can teach it as widely as you want, as you like. So it's a really good set of Qigong. My late instructor used to teach this. Used to do it in every class. So the 18 Tai Chi Qigong or Shibashi. Okay, so Tai Chi principles. So standing with your feet about the same distance as your hips or your shoulder part, feet parallel to each other. Tong on the upper palate, lips and teeth lightly together, head as if suspended from above. Have that feeling like the ears are being pulled back to pull the neck against the collar of your shirt. Keep the jaw parallel to the floor, lifting, feeling the head, sink the chest around the back, sink the ribs to fill the lower back. Breathing into the lower abdomen, pelvic area tilted forwards, hanging down. Did I say that? Soften the insteps, relax the hips, the knees and the ankles. When the arms are close to the body, always keep a small gap underneath each arm. So you're breathing in through the nose to the lower abdomen. So we have raised hands, breathing in. So you find this in most sets of Qigong. You don't find this in most sets of Qigong. You'll find this in most Tai Chi forms. Raise hands, breathing in and breathing out. As I say, Tai Chi evolved from Qigong. So Tai Chi is a form of Qigong, but you can't say that Qigong is Tai Chi. Tai Chi is a lot more than just Qigong. It's a really advanced form of Qigong and a martial art as well. So breathing in. Breathing into the lower abdomen. Imagine that ball in the belly. So I try to apply my Tai Chi principles to all my sets of Qigong, or most of my sets of Qigong. They're good principles to apply. So I'm trying to get my whole body to move together here. Breathing in. I feel like I'm pushing my arms up. I'm pushing up from the ground. To push my arms up. You could feel as if you're breathing into that ball in the belly, then the breath fills the whole body from that area. And the arms float up like balloons, inflating, and float down like balloons, deflating. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. So Tai Chi, Qigong, they're kind of like moving meditation. So make sure your mind isn't wandering away from what we're doing here. Really try to focus the mind in this moment. Connect the mind with your body and this moment. Breathing in. So if distracting thoughts do come into your head, don't follow those thoughts. Don't let them turn into thinking. Just bring yourself back to what you're doing here and now. Feel the ground underneath your feet. Feel yourself supported by the world. Feel the air on your skin, the temperatures of the air. Feel the air between your fingers as you raise your arms up here. Let your arms, your hands float down. And ground yourself in this moment, right here, right now. And as I said in previous films, I don't tend to count how many repetitions I do in my sets of Qigong. I do them till they feel right. Change to the next one. So breathing in and arms out. Make sure you can still see the hands out the corner of each eye. Breathing out, bring the arms in. Breathing in. Make sure you're not sticking the chest or the ribs out here. Breathing in. And with Qigong, same as with Tai Chi, you're not going to your extreme range of movement, especially not in Taoist Qigong. In some Buddhist Qigongs, like Shaolin Qigongs, they will do stretches. In Taoist Qigong, Tai Chi is a Taoist art. In Taoist Qigong, We only go out to a maximum of about 70 or 80% of your maximum range of movement. This really facilitates the flow of the chi through your body. That intrinsic energy, that life force, that spiritus, that what we call prana in Indian traditions, ki in Japanese traditions. I'm sure other cultures have a name for this. This energy that animates all living things, that can't be seen, can't be measured, can't be proved to exist, but it's in most cultures. Breathing out. So you can imagine you're breathing into this space in between your arms. As you breathe into this space in between your arms, it's like a bubble or a balloon inflates. And it's this pushing your arms out. Breathing out, bringing your arms back in. You can imagine it's a pink bubble, a green bubble, a yellow bubble. You can imagine this bubble is full of love. You're filling it with love. As you breathe in, you fill this bubble with love. And if you're feeling generous and full of energy, you can send this love out into the world unconditionally. Send it out there. The world could need it. Just send it out into the world. But if you're not feeling full of energy, you're feeling lacking in energy, then there's nothing selfish about bringing this love back into yourself. Feel it coming out from the heart. Either send it out into the world or push it back into the heart, or into the heart center, what they call the middle dantian in Tai Chi. Breathing out. Breathing, either send it out into the world unconditionally, not expecting anything back in return, or bring it back into yourself. Either send it out into the world, true altruism, or keep it for yourself. And as I said, there's nothing selfish about that. You've got to look after yourself before you can look after others. They say you can't pour from an empty jug. In Tai Chi they say as well, you can't pour into an empty cup, but that's for another film. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Okay, then take your arm above your head, one hand above the head, and the other arm out to the side of the body. Breathing in, go to one side, raise the heel of the unsupported leg. Breathing out, go to the other leg. Breathing. So as I said, I try to apply my Tai Chi principles to everything that I do. So I'm trying to move from my center, my lower dantian. Breathing into one side, breathing out the other side. This is called painting the rainbow. So you can imagine your fingers extend up into the sky. You can imagine you're painting a rainbow above your head. If you can keep your balance, you can look up and see the colors, the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. And you can imagine you're scooping up these colours of the rainbow and pouring them down that golden thread on the top of the head, pouring them into the Bai Huai point, the hundreds or thousands meeting places on the top of the head, filling your body with the colours of the rainbow. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing into one side, scooping up those colours, pouring them into the top of the head. Relax your shoulders, moving from your centre, transferring the weight of the body from one end to the other leg, raising the heel of the unsupporting leg. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing into one side, breathing out to the other side. And bring your arms down. Point the palms towards the lower dantian. Point the lower one points in the centre of the hands to the dantian. The lower dantian, that point about 3 fingers below the belly button and in the centre of the body. Hands neither touching each other or touching the waist. Breathing in. Nice expansive movement. Make sure you're not sticking your bum out. I'm sinking down a little bit deeper into my legs here. Breathing in. Make sure the ribs aren't flaring out the lower chest. Make sure the ribs aren't flaring out the lower back isn't curving. You're not sticking the chest out. So I'm dropping down. Make sure you're not sticking your bum down. If you are dropping down, make sure you're not sticking your bum out as you go down. Keep the pelvic area tilted forwards. Keep the tailbone pointing towards the floor. Breathing in. Feel yourself. You can feel as if you're jumping up into the sky here. Jumping up into the sky. You can feel like as you're breathing in here, your fingers again extend up into the sky. And as they extend up into the sky, imagine it's a cloudy day. And as they extend up into the sky, you part the clouds. And as you part the clouds, you reveal the sun. So imagine what the clouds would feel like as you pull them apart. And don't use your analytical mind knowing what clouds are made out of. Use that childlike mind. When you were a kid looking up at the sky and wondering what the clouds would feel like if you could touch them. So breathing in, pulling the clouds apart. And as you pull the clouds apart, you reveal the sun. As you reveal the sun, you get a beam of golden sunlight coming down on you, smothering you, bathing you, enveloping you in its golden glow. Feel its warmth all around you. Feel it energizing you. Feel yourself soaking that sunlight in through your skin. Imagine your skin is porous, soaking in that sunshine. Feel yourself inhaling that sunshine, breathing in that sunshine, filling your whole body with sunshine, breathing into the tips of the fingers, the tips of the toes, the top of the head, filling your whole body with golden sunshine. You're glowing from the inside out and from the outside in. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay. Fingers point towards each other. Breathing in, drop the weight onto, it doesn't matter which side you start. I'll start more. Some people, but for me it doesn't. Breathing in. So breathing in, drop the weight onto one leg. Breathing out, one arm goes backwards, the other arm goes forwards. Make sure you can still see both hands at the corner of each arm. Breathing out, turn back, the palms cross. They don't touch and the weight's divided equally between both legs. And breathing in, turn to the other side. One hand goes forwards, one hand goes backwards. Make sure you can still see both hands out the corner of each arm. Breathing out, turning back. Breathing in. It's very much like the repulsive monkey, if those who are familiar with Tai Chi. And breathing out. Your arms are rolling like a roller coaster here. Breathing in. And breathing out. You can feel as if you're turning something over here. Turning a Tai Chi symbol over or turning a log over. Breathing to get the whole body behind it. Supported by the world. Moving from your center. Breathing into one side. Breathing out to the other side. You can imagine in the center of each hand you have an eye. And these eyes are keeping an eye on each other. Breathing in. And breathing out. So this movement tends to be really good for the lungs, for the heart, for the chest area. You're opening out that area, but you're not sticking the chest out. Just opening that area, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. Try to balance do the equal amount on each side. Breathing out. Okay, breathing in, raise your arms up. Breathing out, dropping down. Just before you're about to go up onto your tiptoes here, breathing in, bring your arms up behind you. Breathing in. So the chest does stick out a little bit here. Make sure you're still trying to keep it sunk here. And your hands are going out of view here, which are mistakes in Tai Chi, but this is Qigong. Breathing in. And breathing out. So there's two ways of doing this. This one where you feel the weight of your arms pulling you forwards, and just before you go up into the toes, you're breathing in, you take your arms behind. So make sure you're not sticking your bum out. Feel the weight of the arms pulling you forward just before you go up into the toes. Breathing in. Bring your arms behind you. Be careful if you have any problems with the lower back here. Going forwards here. So sink the ribs to fill the lower back. Breathing into the belly. Breathing in. And breathing out. So that's the one way of doing it. The next way is put the arms, take you forwards and then drop down. Breathing in. And your arms are behind you. Coming down, rowing the boat, dropping down. Just want to make sure the knees stay on the toes again. Don't stick the bum out. Drop to curling the lower back, breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, so take your arm out to the side. You can take your left arm out to the side. Imagine you have a ball in your hand or a balloon. A ball or a pearl in your hand. And breathing in, feel as if you're rolling it on the opposite side of the body. And raise that heel of the opposite foot. And breathing out, turn back and take the other hand. Breathing as if rolling something to the other side. And raise the heel of the opposite leg. And breathing out. And breathing in. And breathing out. It's actually called the dragon hold to the pearl as well. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. So you can imagine you're rolling something from side to side. Have all the body mechanics as if you're, say, rolling a 10-pin bowling ball or a lawn bowls ball. All the body mechanics, but none of the muscular effort. You can feel as if you're just rolling a piece of rolled up newspaper from side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing out. And make sure you're not sticking your bum out. Breathing out. So pick the pace up a little bit here. Breathing in. Breathing out. So the dragon holds the bow. Okay, arms out in front of you. Breathing in. Turning to the side. This one's called gazing at the moon. You're gazing up at the moon, looking into the distance, and breathing out, coming down. Imagine in front of you there's a pool of water. On the surface of this pool of water you see the reflection of the moon, so you bend down, you pick it up, breathing in, you turn your waist, and you place this reflection back into the heavens, looking into the distance. And breathing out, you come down. Make sure the knees stay in line with the toes, you're not sticking your bum out, you're not flaring your ribs out, you're not curving the lower back. See this reflection, pick it up, breathing in. Turning from that ball in the belly, turn, and place it up into the sky. So look into the distance as if gazing at the moon, and breathing out, coming down, dropping down, knees in line with the toes. And drop the weight of the body down to the very center of the feet. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Gazing into the distance as if gazing at the moon. Breathing out. So you're facing straight forward. So breathing in, you can raise your left hand here. Breathing out, push the left hand over to your right side and push down with the right hand. Breathing in, raise your right hand. Breathing out, push the right hand over to your right side. Sink down into, push your right hand over to your left side. Sink down to your left leg and push down with your left hand. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. So I'm trying to pump my arm up here. So I've got this flick, breathing in and breathing out. And really feel like you're pushing something away from you here. You can imagine you're underwater. No, don't imagine that one. Breathing in, imagine you're neck deep, shoulder deep in water here, a nice tropical sea. Your feet are safe on the seabed. And floating on the surface of the water, there's like a telegraph pole or a railway sleeper or the bough of a tree. And the end of it is coming towards you, so you're sinking down and you're pushing this away from you. Not just forward, you're pushing it away from you. Breathing in, have that visualization but none of the effort, nice and relaxed. And you can imagine there's a bubble raising up or floating up from the seabed. As you're breathing out, you're pushing this bubble down. You don't want it to break into lots of smaller bubbles, so you're pushing it down, pushing a bubble down, pushing a railway sleeper, a telegraph pole, the bough of a tree away from you. Breathing in, so really have this visualization that will help you to engage your core, your deep frontal line, your core muscles, so movements will you'll be using the whole body here instead of the body being segmented. Breathing in and breathing in. If you don't like to imagine you're in water, remember you are petrified of water, you can imagine there's just a soapy bubble. There's a soapy bubble floating towards you and you're pushing this bubble away from you without bursting it or without it sticking to your hand. Breathing in. And breathing out. In. And imagine you're holding a ball here. Breathing in, turn to one side. Turn hands over, breathing out, turn to the other side. It's a cloud house, very classic Tai Chi movement. This is most Qigong sense as well. Breathing into one side. Breathing out to the other side, moving from your center. You can do it very much like cloud hands, like you were doing Tai Chi, or you can just turn in the center here. Breathing into one side. Breathing out to the other side of that. Nose staying on with the belly button, shoulders staying on with your hips. Hips and shoulders stay in line with each other, also parallel to each other. So you're not moving from your upper back, you're moving from your center. Breathing in to one side, breathing out to the other side. You can increase the hips, opening and closing, but not moving from here, moving from your center. From down to here, breathing into one side, breathing out to the other side. And breathing out. Let's step forwards. I'm going to step forwards on my right foot here. We're going to do both sides as we go through the next 3 moves anyway. So I'm going to step forwards on my right foot, keeping my feet back shoulder width apart. And imagine in front of you there's a pool of water. And again you're going to crouch down. You're going to drop down here. Imagine you're scooping up this water, breathing in, scooping it up, and washing it over yourself. Inclining backwards here. Be careful if you have any problems with the lower back. Sink the ribs to fill the back. So imagine in front of you there's a pool of water. A pool of crystal clear mountain spring water. The cleanest, purest, freshest water you've ever experienced. So the perfect temperature for you. As you're crouching down, you're scooping up, breathing in, and washing it over yourself. Washing away any ills, any negative feelings, any anxieties, any stress, any worries. You're just washing away with this crystal clear mountain spring water. Use these visualizations. Oh, there it goes again. You're already missing a trick if you don't give these a go. So scooping up crystal clear mountain spring water, the cleanest, purest, freshest water you've ever experienced. You're pouring over yourself, washing away any negative thoughts, any worries, any stresses, any dis-ease inside the body. Washing them away. Breathing in. And breathing out. Change legs. Put forward, arms out in front of you. Breathing in, sit back, raise the front toe. Breathing out, push forward and raise the rear heel. Breathing in. Breathing out. This one's playing the waves, breathing in and breathing out. So again, you can imagine, unless you really are petrified of water, you can imagine you're waist deep in a nice tropical sea here. The water's at the perfect temperature for you. It's a beautiful summer's day, the sun is beating down on you, but there's a breeze keeping you at the perfect temperature. And as you breathe in here, a wave comes towards you one way. Breathing out, a wave comes through you from the other way. Breathing in, a wave comes through and crashes through you one way. Breathing out, it comes through the other way and crashes through that way. Breathing in, crashing through you one way. Breathing out, crashing through the other way. And as it crashes through, it washes away any negativity. Washes away any anxiety, any stress, any worries, any dis-ease. It washes it away and dilutes it with the sea. Just let it go. Feel it washing through you, cleansing you, breathing in and breathing out. Then you can start to feel the power of the waves. Feel them crashing through you one way, crashing through the other way, and feel yourself taking on the power of the waves. Feel yourself being empowered by the power of the waves, the power of the sea, taking on the strength of the sea. Breathing in and breathing out. In and out. Changing legs and breathing in. Still raising the toes. Breathing out, still raising the heels, rolling down the middle of the feet. Breathing out, keep the front knee in line with the toes. Breathing in. Breathing out as you sit back, the sacrum's tucked under, tailbone points towards the floor, goes not really further back than the center of the calf muscle. Breathing in. Breathing out, keeping your head up, tongue on the roof of the mouth. I know I'm not, because I've not shut up, have I, for the last 20 minutes. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. So your arms are like the wings of a pigeon, so feel the resistance of the air. Breathing in. Some bird-like movements, really good for the heart, really good for the lungs. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Pigeons, love them or hate them, they're a very, very successful bird. One of the secrets of their success is their ability to do a pretty much a vertical takeoff at about 30 miles an hour, escaping predators and being able to land in all kinds of places. They've pretty much colonized the whole of the planet. It's a very successful bird. Breathing in, love them or hate them. Very successful bird. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. Stepping back. Feet hip distance, shoulder apart, parallel to each other. So take your arms, breathing in, out to the side, breathing in. And breathing out. Don't lock your legs out, but keep the legs quite straight here. Be careful if you have any problems with the back here. Dropping down, breathing in. Turning, breathing in. It's called turning the wheel. Moving from your center, protecting your lower back, seeing your ribs from the lower back, breathing in. And breathing out. So you can imagine you're inside a giant wheel here. Like a hamster wheel, a human wheel, and you're breathing, you're just turning this wheel. Breathing in. And breathing out one way and the other way. Breathing in. And breathing out, turning the wheel. Protecting your knees, keeping your knees in line with the toes, breathing in. And breathing out. So breathing in, raise your arms up. Breathing out, dropping down to squat, keep your knees in on the toes, sink your ribs forward. Breathing in, up, onto the tiptoes. Breathing out, down. Sitting down, breathing in. And breathing out, straight up and straight down. Breathing in. And breathing, this is the wild goose taking off. Breathing in. You don't have to go down as low as I'm going here, especially if you do have problems with the knees or problems with the back. Not that I'm putting pressure onto my knees or onto my back here. Breathe in, but if you do have problems with the knees or the back here, you can, with these exercises, you can strengthen the body. Do rehabilitation if you have had injuries. As your body gets stronger, more coordinated, more connected, you'll be able to get lower. But you shouldn't force it. Breathing in. Breathing out. Whew, I got my breath up. Okay. Left hand, right foot, left heel. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Like a mischievous child bouncing a ball. Breathing in. And breathing out. In and out. In, out. Moving from your center. This coordination exercise is really good for harmonizing the left and right hemispheres of the brain, strengthening those connections, making new neural connections between the left and right hemispheres of the brain. If you do have, if you're not coordinated, you're making new neural connections, and the more you repeat these sort of exercises, the more those connections become permanent. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, in, out, in. That looks pretty silly, but it's a really good exercise. You can imagine you're bouncing a ball. Okay, to finish, breathing in. Breathing out, calming the chi. Pardon me, breathing in. And breathe in. Breathing in. And breathing. Just feel the body settling down. Feel the breath settling down. The mind, if it's still scattered, settling down. You can feel as if your feet are sinking into the ground. Dropping down, sinking down to the heels. You can imagine you're breathing in through the heels, up to the top of the head. Then breathing out, feel the breath draining back down into the ground. Breathing in. And breathing. Rub your hands. Rub your hands. You just place your hands in the area onto the lower back. Close your eyes and just concentrate your mind, your awareness into the kidney area in the lower back. The kidneys are classed as chi organs. The chi, highly associated with the blood inside the body. The kidneys, they filter the blood inside your body. The kidneys are, we only really need one kidney, but the kidneys are that important that we're born with a spare. That important. Just imagine your hands should probably warmer than they were when you started. Imagine you're just pouring that warmth into your kidneys in the lower back. And the mind, awareness, thoughts, attention settle to the hands are resting on the lower back. Come around, you can give them a rub. You come around, rub the belly. Rub the belly one way, the other way. All the way around, up and down. The hips, you want to crease the thighs. Knees a rub. You feel like rubbing a magic cream or a magic liniment, a magic ointment. And yeah, we can finish there. So it's quite a long sequence. So yeah, take your time with it. Come back and practice it again. It's really good set. It's well widely practiced around the world. 18 Tai Chi Qigong, 18 Shibashi. Yeah, give it a go, and I will see you in the next film. Drink water, enjoy life. See ya. See ya. See ya. See ya.